Please pump your brakes. Your video will begin momentarily. Hi everyone, and welcome back. For those of you visiting this channel for the first time, make sure you subscribe to this channel and you'll get all these great videos. When you hit that bell, you'll know when they're there. Today, we're not going to be doing a trailer reaction. I know a few trailers came out recently, but I didn't get to do a reaction to them because life happens, and I just wasn't able to. I'm sorry. I'll try to get all the next ones. But today we're going to be talking just briefly about my top 10 favorite movies. So let's just get right into it. Disclaimer, there's no real rhyme or reason to the bottom 7. Just the top 3 are really in an order of 3, 2, 1. But the others can be interchangeable. So I guess we'll go number 10. We have 2005's Four Brothers, starring Tyrese Gibson, Mark Wahlberg, Andre Benjamin, directed by John Singleton, who did Boys in the Hood, Higher Learning, Too Fast, Too Furious. This movie, you know, a revenge movie, it really hits home, because, hey, if something like that happened to your mother, how would you react? So, you know, the movie is just, it's amazing. John Singleton's a great director. The cast is top-notch, and it's good to see Chiwetel Ejiofor as the villain in this. So, if you haven't seen it, check it out. It's on my list. Should be on yours. Number 9, we have 2014's The Drop, starring Tom Hardy. It was James Gandolfini's last film. 2 top-notch actors. This movie, unbelievable. It shows Tom Hardy's diversibility in his acting, and the twist at the end, they hint towards it, but you don't really see it coming. It really grabs you. Moving on, number 8, we have 1997's Good Will Hunting, which stars Matt Damon, Ben Affleck, the late Robin Williams. This is, to me, Robin Williams' greatest performance. The movie is directed by Gus Van Sant, who did Milk and Finding Forrester. And, you know, the movie is just, to think about that, someone that is basically a genius, you know, photographic memory, so to speak, and can do anything, but is almost afraid to, just wants to stay in his little world. And it's a good concept of breaking out of your bubble and doing something new just because, hey, you can. Number 6, we have 2011's The Adjustment Bureau, which was directed by George Nolfi. It stars, again, Matt Damon and Emily Blunt. The concept of this movie, how we don't really have free will, how, you know, God's plan for us is basically played out by angels, I guess you can call them. In the movie, they don't go by that title. They just go by the Adjustment Bureau. And it's interesting to see how, you know, things are supposed to go a certain way, but love says, nope, they're going to go this way. And to see these two fighting God's plan, the ending is great action, non-stop. If you haven't seen this one, definitely check it out. Number 5, we have 2010's Inception, directed by Christopher Nolan, who did Interstellar, the Dark Knight trilogy. It stars Leonardo DiCaprio, Joseph Gordon-Levitt, Ellen Page. The cast of this movie, Christopher Nolan kind of recycles certain people in his movies, but this one just really came together. And the thought of these are your dreams, and how you don't remember the beginning of your dreams, how sound portrays into your dreams but at a slower rate. It's all true, but to see it on film, and the ending was a cliffhanger at first, but then when I really learned the truth of the movie, mind blown. Unbelievable. If you don't know about it, hey, you can email me and ask, or comment in the comment section below. When you know the truth and you re-see the movie, everything changes. Moving on. Number 4, we have 2003's Basic, directed by John McTiernan, who did Die Hard, Predator. The movie stars John Travolta, Samuel L. Jackson, Harry Connick Jr., and it's one of my favorite movies, mainly because it tells different people's sides of stories, but by the end of the movie, you have no idea what really happened. And it's not like when you watch Clue, where they have the 3 different endings, and it's, well, this is what really happened. You have no idea how things really happened in this movie. Everyone's just been telling different stories throughout, and it's all just up in the air. But the ending is just, it's great. And this one should have been on my list of, give me a sequel, because it's set up for more, and I would love to definitely see him, but who knows. Number 3, we have, oh wait, I missed one somewhere. Number 4, we have 2002's The Count of Monte Cristo, starring Jim Caviezel and, I'm drawing a blank on his name, Guy Pearce. And this is obviously a remake of a remake of a remake, based on Alexander Dumas' book. But again, just a revenge plot of a guy who, is put through a terrible ordeal because of his best friend's jealousy. And the way he just takes his time and plans everything out and comes back and destroys the lives of everyone who hurt him. It's great. I love it. I can't say that enough. I love this movie. Moving on now to number 3. We have 1957's 12 Angry Men, directed by Sidney Lumet, who did Dog Day Afternoon, the original Murder on the Orient Express. And, I've talked about this movie before. It was on my sequel list. The movie, I love it. It takes place in real time. It starts with them. The trial is ending. The jury's going in to deliberate, and that's the movie. They go into the room. There's no cutscenes. It's them entirely there in the room, debating and arguing up until the point where they come to a verdict. That's the movie. I love those kind of movies that take place in real time. There's no jumping 3 months later, 6 months later, 10 years later. It's all right there and happening. And again, needs to have a sequel. I would love to see it. I know other people would love to see it. They need to get on it. Number 2, 1992's A Few Good Men. Tom Cruise, Jack Nicholson, Demi Moore, Kevin Bacon, Kiefer Sutherland. I mean, the list just goes on. directed by Rob Reiner, who did Stand By Me and The Princess Bride, great cult classic movies. And this one can stand the test of time. You can watch this movie in 2062 and it would still feel as if it's happening right now in this time. Well, in that time, so to speak. But, I mean, written by Aaron Sorkin, who's done my favorites, The West Wing, he did The American President. So, the script of this, the storyline based on an actual event that happened, and just that cast, the way they deliver. Amazing, amazing movie. It would have been my number one, but number one favorite movie all time, Star Wars. I'm not saying Star Wars A New Hope. I'm saying Star Wars, because to me, the Star Wars movies are one big movie, with the exception of Solo, which is, watch my review of Solo. But, Phantom Menace, Attack of the Clones, Revenge of the Sith, Rogue One, New Hope, Empire Strikes Back, Return of the Jedi, The Force Awakens, The Last Jedi. To me, all these movies are just one movie. It was just too long. They had to split it up. Kind of how VHS used to have two tapes for things like JFK or Nixon, those really long ones, Titanic, with two VHS tapes. Well, for me, it's one big movie. They just had to split it up. I love it. The whole concept, good versus evil, what George Lucas did to put things into his movie based on, history and religion, and, intertwined all of this into this galaxy far, far away, and really set it up to be the enormous moneymaker that it is. I just wish that they would expand the universe instead of just focusing on the characters we know. Yeah, those are a sure bet. People are going to want to see Han Solo. People are going to want to see Yoda. People are going to want to see Obi-Wan. But people would love to see the Old Republic. Show some of that. Show Revan. Show, Malgus. Show Bane. People would love to see those movies. They had such a huge following before just with the books alone. And Bane should be an easy one. He is canon. He was in the Clone Wars cartoon. But that's my list. Let me know what you thought. Let me know what your favorite movies are. Comment section below. Email me. As always, you can find me on Instagram, simply at Christopher Lafont. You can email me at movietimewithchris@gmail.com. Again, make sure you hit that like button, subscribe to this channel, share these videos with your friends, hit that bell so that you get the notifications every time I upload something new. And until next time, take care.